Self-confidence is one of the little things that can't be explained or defined, but it is possible to spot when seen. Confidence is the feeling of having trust in your abilities and yourself. As simple as it can be, it does have an impact on almost all areas of our lives. How we see ourselves, how people see us, and even our performance at school or work is all determined by confidence. And not having confidence might have a tarnishing effect on your life and even your dreams. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the habits that can destroy your self-confidence. Number 1. Not having a plan. As the saying goes, failing to plan is the same thing as planning to fail. No matter the time you wake up in a day, be it morning or noon, it is important to have a schedule for the day. This is very important in counting your achievements daily because it isn't nice to lie on your bed recalling at the end of the day what you've achieved, as it turns out to not be anything. Not having plans is going to affect your confidence level, as it may become a habit of not being able to create plans and even have proper preparation. Number 2. Comparing yourself with others. We all have this habit of comparing ourselves to other people. A typical example is when we find ourselves scrolling through social media and we notice what other people are doing. We tend to dwell on these things and we feel like they are having so much fun and achieving many other things and reaching milestones faster than we are. They may have a better job, a better house, or even married, while we're still having our own problems with dating. The feeling of insecurity and jealousy starts to creep in, and then we feel angry at those people for having things better than we do. It's normal human nature to crave better things, but when this feeling of comparison is left unchecked, it can have a negative effect on your self-confidence. Number 3. Saying yes when you mean to say no. Every one of us might have been in a situation where we say yes where we meant to say no. This situation happens all the time, but when it becomes a norm, well, that's an issue. And this is where you've got to reassess the situation, as you might have a crushing blow to your self-confidence in the making. It is a human thing to want to naturally care for, help, or assist people who are in need. But when we go out of our way and displease ourselves just to come through for someone else, well, it's just not worth it. Then it's a bad habit and it can destroy your self-confidence. If you keep on saying yes when you want to say no, over time you're going to develop the feeling of not being able to make decisions for yourself. Number 4. Neglecting your appearance. The importance of having good hygiene and taking care of your health is a no-brainer, but it is also important to always be aware of our appearance, because neglecting it is almost the same thing as disrespecting ourselves. This is very important because if we don't feel good about how we look, then it's going to have a negative effect on our self-esteem, especially when we're in a social situation. This may seem a little irrelevant and kind of petty, but taking a proper note of our appearance is going to go a long way in building self-confidence. Number 5. Obsessing over minor flaws. It's a natural thing to look at ourselves in the mirror and notice some flaws. It could be the position of our hairline, baldness, the color of our eyes, or even the shape of our heads. But if this flaw becomes stuck in your head to the point where it becomes all that you can see and you forget about all the beautiful things that you can be appreciative of, then it may be a bad habit. And that is not a conducive atmosphere for strong confidence. Instead of dwelling on these minor flaws, channel that energy into something positive in yourself. Number 6. Over-complimenting others. It is good to give compliments as well as receive them, but when you over-compliment others, it may give you the impression of how much better they are than you are. Giving compliments is good, but over-complimenting other people might make you feel like a small fish in comparison. And over time, this habit may harm your confidence. This may develop to you having an unnecessarily high regard for them when it should have just stayed as a mere compliment. Number 7. Not being able to decide. Not being able to decide or allowing others to decide for you is a clear sign that you don't know what you want, and that is a confidence killer. Not being able to decide is a clear indication that you do not have belief in yourself or that your opinion matters. It is almost regarded as the opposite of being confident, because confidence itself is the ability to express your desires and wants in a strong, honest way. So not being able to decide is the same thing as not having confidence. Not having confidence is not a stagnant position, because it is possible to achieve when you set out to achieve it. having positive affirmations, and learning not to give in to negativity, and all the habits listed in this video, well, it's going to be a great start to boosting and developing your self-confidence. You can start boosting your confidence today by defining what you want to do, and then identifying and listing all the possible mental obstacles that may stop your growth of confidence. And finally, challenge the listed obstacles, and you're going to be surprised at the positive results. Consider giving a like and subscribing to the channel, and drop a comment down below. List out some of the other habits that you feel may hurt your self-confidence.